What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Bryson,
I'm Jerry.
and today's topic is about how NIL is changing college football. So, how do you feel about that, Jerry?
You know, at first when it come out, I was all right with it. I thought these guys should get paid a little something. I mean, they're doing a lot of work. They don't have time to work normal jobs while they're in school. They're these athletes. They just gotta play. They don't have time to work. But after seeing stuff happening now, this whole Nico situation, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah. We'll get to that later on about Nico. We're obviously both Tennessee fans. We're pretty upset about it. But we're going to be talking about that last. So first, we're going to be talking about Nick Saban retiring because of the NIL getting bigger. Jerry, what do you think about that?
You know, I've never been a big fan of Nick Saban. I've never liked Alabama. You know, so it was kind of I was happy to see him go. You know, he always beat Tennessee, except for a few good times. But the more I've seen all the NIL stuff, I think he made the right choice, and he's come out and said that affected his reasoning to retire.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Nick Saban is a legend, and for him to leave the game he loves, it's obviously gotten to a problem, you know. So it upsets me that this big of a problem can make someone who's been so dedicated to the sport their whole life leave just like that. So obviously it's gotten to a problem. So
He's usually one of the best to do it.
He
You know,
is.
you hate to see him go, but
you love to see him.
yeah.
As a Tennessee fan, you love to see him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because now we're beating Alabama like it's nothing.
It's just another week.
It's just another game.
Don't have to rush the field anymore.
Oh, God, that's so stupid. All right. What do we think about players getting paid? Jerry touched on this in the introduction, so let's talk about that more.
Yeah, you know, I'm happy they're getting paid. I think they deserve it. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do, to balance their everyday schoolwork, their college life, and playing such a large sport on such a large platform.
Yeah.
So I do think they should be getting some kind of payment, but when you got guys coming in here trying to negotiate contracts like it's the NFL,
Putting on hold.
yeah,
Come on, contract hold.
you're
It's
going to
college
hold
football,
out of the
man.
college football game because
college
you want a
football.
new contract. These guys are younger than us, asking for $4 million.
Younger than me and him.
I'm working my part-time job, and I'm not asking for a $4 million raise. It's ridiculous.
Granted, we do a lot less than
That is true. We certainly do.
But still, they shouldn't be asking for $4 million. They should be putting the team above themselves. They should have that. There is no I in team mentality.
They need
But
to be
not-
a leader.
They need to be a leader. They need to have this fan base support them.
Right.
Doing that, obviously, this fan base, our fan base, just left him in the dust. We could care less now.
Exactly.
We couldn't care less, whatever. I wouldn't care if he never started another game ever again. I'd be happy, honestly.
Wouldn't affect us.
No. We'll talk about who we got now at the end. So, now we're going to talk about the transfer portal. How has that impacted college football? How has that impacted the players, the coaches, the schools in general? So I think it's made a big impact on the coaches because, we got some players entering the transfer portal 8 minutes after they lose their final game. What? So the coaches have to deal with that, and they have to start looking for next season, and they can't reminisce or study game film on the game they just lost. And they have to look forward to next season so quick. So I'm sure that's tough on the coaches. So I think there needs to be a limit to transfer portal at a time. I'm not sure how that would work, but I think it's become another big problem as well as NIL. What do you think about that?
I agree. You know, you got to wonder. You got these guys walking in here, first round of the playoffs. Obviously, your main focus should be winning.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be worried about, well, if I lose, I'm just going to transfer or go somewhere else. You got to think maybe the outcome of these games would be different if these guys were more focused on winning. Instead, they've got other things on their mind, worried about their contract, getting paid, losing their job, going somewhere else. So, I mean, like you said, these coaches can't build off of that because they got to worry about my starting quarterback might just up and transfer on me.
Yep.
There's no way to – he's not going to give me a chance to help him get better. So what's the point? There's got to be a line we got to draw somewhere.
I agree.
To fix that.
Now, I mean, if the NCAA board hears us talking about this, we'll probably change it. Just because it's coming from like two ball knowers like us.
It's just it has to be fixed.
Has to
from
be.
us.
So
We'll handle it.
we'll handle it. So college football fans, don't you worry. Me and Jerry are on the job. So
We got it covered.
we got it
Don't
covered.
you worry.
We'll get it figured out. All right. Elephant in the room. Nico, I am a leaving. Nico, I am a B word. Nico, I am a leaving Tennessee.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Never liked him.
$4 million.
Glad he's gone.
Coach Hype said, nope, screw you. Tennessee football is better than Nico, I am a living. So, what do you think?
I'll be honest. I was a pretty firm believer in him. When I saw Nico's coming to Tennessee, got me fired up, man. I loved Hendon Hooker.
Oh, yeah.
I was heartbroken when he got hurt. I thought that was our year. Even though South Carolina,
He was going to win the Heisman.
even though they stole our signals, but that's a different topic for another day. Michigan. But anyways, I was happy to see him. Thought generational talent. This guy is going to do big things in Knoxville. I was all aboard the hype train. Even if people said watching him throughout this season, he had his down moments. There was times he wasn't performing to obviously what we wanted to see him performing to. But I was right there backing him up. I didn't care what happened. I was riding with him. But this whole transfer situation, him demanding a new contract, he's missing spring practice, he's skipping meetings, he's missing the orange and white game. You got to be two biggest days of the offseason.
Come on, dude. Orange and white game is something that fans look forward to every year.
You got to
see how this team's looking this year. And then you don't have your starting quarterback there? I mean,
not to mention he's just not going to show up. He's not even going to tell the coach what's going on. He's not telling anybody else. He's just not there. That leaves them wondering the same things we wondered.
Mm-hmm.
We got the same amount of knowledge about it.
Yep.
And I mean, seeing this play out, it's made me realize Nico is not the next Peyton Manning, not a Tennessee legend. Peyton Manning dedicated his life to the Vols. He's a Vol for life.
Too many overthrown, wide open touchdowns.
It looked like Joe Milton.
It really did.
Joe Milton was a team player.
He was.
He transferred to Tennessee, lost his starting job. You didn't hear him complain one time.
That's a good point.
He sat back there. He learned. He got his chance.
Mm-hmm.
He did pretty good. Now, he did all right.
They are.
Competing for a job with Drake May. Now he's backing up my Dallas Cowboys. He's going to ride right behind Dak Prescott and learn from one of the best to do it. That's what I'm talking about. He's going to learn some great things back there. But, anyways,
we're getting off topic.
Nico, this past season, that was Dylan Sampson's football team.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Dylan Sampson-led team. I want to say that was Nico's team, but this whole situation has made me realize
it wasn't.
It was
not even close. I mean, he was the quarterback, yeah, but I mean, he's a freshman. Didn't have much leadership, in my opinion. Leadership really came from Dylan Sampson and that defense. Like Keenan Peele, he was a dog before he got hurt, man.
Yeah.
sad to see him get hurt. Gosh, he was going to be good.
State.
So Nico is getting what he deserves right now. I mean, no teams are looking like they're gonna want him. North Carolina, Bill Belichick obviously on Instagram said that they are not recruiting him. USC, UCLA, his hometown teams, not wanting him. Oregon, the people that he's been talking to,
Dan Lanning,
not wanting him.
coming in.
I mean, that's just karma. If there is anything that would be the definition of karma, it's what happened to Nico. You get greedy, you ask for $4 million, you put yourself above the team, and you get what's coming.
That's right. You got to wonder how much of this was Nico. You see,
Yeah,
his
that's what I was gonna
pops
say.
is in the media
That's
all the
what I was
time.
gonna
He's
say.
saying stuff. When these first reports were coming out, Nico's dad said they're all lies.
Mhm.
Next thing we know,
He's gone.
nobody knows where Nico's at.
He's gone. So I really do wonder. I saw a TikTok about it's the Cook the Book guy. Have you seen
Yeah.
that? It was funny. It was like how dads and like parents are influencing the like college football NIL, and he was like all redneck, and he's like talking to the coach. He was like, "Now we want 20 million, or me and my 5-star son are leaving." And it was hilarious, man. I love that guy. But honestly, that's how it is. I mean, if this is what it's come to, and Nico's dad really had that much say in his son's career, then I mean, his dad he's got to grow up. I mean, his son is how old? 20?
Around 19, 20.
19, 20 years old. I mean, he's a grown up. He's grown up. He's a man. He's got to make his own man decisions.
Mhm.
But
Needs to find him an agent that knows what he's talking
yeah,
about.
instead
That's
of his
what he's worried
dad,
about.
who's in over his head,
Right.
asking for $4 million freaking dollars for overthrown
It's
passes.
ridiculous.
And I mean, he's got some talent. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Now he's the number one star in the transfer portal,
Right.
which sucks. That sucks to see, man. That sucks to see.
Yeah.
But moving on from Nico, we both obviously are sad or mad about it. But we got to put what's behind us. So, the quarterback room at Tennessee. We got Jake Merklinger and we got George McIntyre. So,
Dogs.
Jake Merklinger is what? You know what grade he is?
I think this might be his second. He was a 4-star coming out of high school.
Yeah, I know
George
that.
McIntyre's obviously he's a freshman. He was
yeah.
a 5-star too, just like Nico.
Yeah.
And George McIntyre's doing the same thing. He's come in here in the spring or a little early enrollment. He's here to get some work in.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see if we have a little quarterback battle, who's going to win the job. Now that could mean they run a little dual offense and they're both getting these guys snaps. But I do hope to see one of them step up. Obviously, I like the older Jake Merklinger.
He is just a year older.
Right.
He's
Even
a
though it's
sophomore.
not much, he's still
Dang.
been there a little more.
I thought he was older. Dang. So we got 2 young guys.
2 young guys.
Oh, that scares me.
I think we'll be all right.
I think we'll be all right.
I think one of them
Mike
wants to
Matthews.
step up.
He's looking like a dog.
Yes.
Hey, Josh Heupel should have used him more last year.
I think he's going to see the field a whole
I
lot.
think so too.
Same with Boo Carter.
Oh man, me and Boo, hey, we're tight. We played against each other actually in high school.
How'd that game
Isn't that
go?
cool?
How'd that game go?
We lost by like 1 or something.
Okay, that's right.
Like 100.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
To sum up the game, Boo Carter was in his hoodie and pads off, helmet off by halftime. If that's
There's no coming back at that point.
no. I did not throw a pick against him though. Zero picks. So
Shocking.
okay, come on. All right. So our QB room, obviously a little worrisome, but I think we'll be all right.
Seeing these guys playing the spring game.
Yeah.
I know it's just the spring
Yeah.
scrimmage, but it still has a lot
It
of
gave
weight.
us some confidence,
Right.
honestly.
Right.
I've heard that George McIntyre actually did better
Right.
than Merklinger.
Seems he outplayed them.
But I saw a TikTok. It was videoing GMAC and the guy was like, "We spent all those millions putting meat on Nico's bones. Now we're gonna have to do the same thing with GMAC." I mean, he is a stick, but I mean, he'll be all right. We saw how Nico. I mean, he got hit hard, but got right back up. So I think GMAC will be fine.
He very well could be the future of Tennessee
He could.
football.
He
I'd be
could.
okay with it.
But that's what we said about Nico. It all matters.
That's right.
What happens in the future.
Everything's up in the air these days.
It really is.
You never
And
know
that
till it
is
happens.
because NIL. It's getting bad, man. It's getting real bad. It's changing the game. It's changing the landscape of it, and it's just sad to see it be like this. What happened to the game we love?
That's right.
The game we grew up watching. The Auburn and Alabama. Chris Davis kick six. You think NIL had anything to do with that? No. You think Chris Davis asked for $4 million after that? No. And that is why college football is so big, and so everybody is so loving and caring for it. I mean, that play right there sparked my love for football. That's my favorite play right there. So I don't think that if NIL was there back then, I don't think that college football would be as big as it is today.
Right.
So
I agree.
I think it's just getting bad. I think we need to get a lid on it.
Right. I don't know the answer, but
Yeah.
I hope some more knowledgeable people can find an answer
Yeah.
to fix it.
College football board,
Listen to us.
Listen.
Watch this.
watch this, and then you'll find all the
You
answers.
solve all your problems right here.
All right. So we got some questions, courtesy of the rubric. Oh gosh, I hope that's not the girl.
Might
It
be
is.
getting kicked out.
Okay. We might have a second. Hey.
Is this yours?
I'm pretty sure I scheduled it for this time.
Yeah,
We'll
you.
get out of your way.
Oh,
Let me double check.
no,
No,
you
you
did.
definitely did.
You did. Can we have like 5 more? Thank you so much. Okay, we gotta go.
Let's
All right,
Let's speed run this.
I feel bad though.
No
All right, here we go.
No huddle. Here we go.
So, why did you choose this project topic? College football is something that we are interested in both of us, and we love talking about it. So obviously, we just yapped for 15 minutes about it. So we could have yapped for more, but we don't have
Gotta
time.
get out of here.
So, how is this project relevant to our understanding of modern United States history? It really shows and really highlights how much money has changed simple things like the game of football. I mean, who knew football was going to be changed by money? I mean, that's so stupid.
I never saw that coming.
But what are 2 of the most important things you learned or thought more deeply about as a result of doing the research for your project? Our thoughts and feelings on NIL and how much it has impacted recently, and people are greedy for money. So
Calling it how it is.
it's really highlighting how the character of people are, and how they're greedy and stuff like that. How did you use or not use AI to explore topics and suggestions for your project? We do not use AI because we are ball knowers.
That's right.
We don't need an AI. Okay, where did you find information for your project? Instagram sports pages. It was really sad seeing popping up a couple days before Nico and Tennessee are in contract negotiations. Stupid. Rocky Top recruiting. Gosh. But then when it actually happened, when Nico actually left and didn't show up for practice or the spring game, we saw that on ESPN. Josh Heupel said something about it. He said nothing. What did he say?
That nobody's bigger than this program.
Than the program. At the
Tennessee
end of the day,
football.
nobody's bigger than Tennessee football.
That's right.
So it could be his star quarterback. And I mean, that's what I like about Josh. All right, and then Vol Football also posted about it. What specific connections can you make between this project and your first one? Obviously, sports and podcast. I had a great time doing both podcasts. And I love talking about sports. So the topic relates because they're both sports. We talked about the draft, and and Tennessee football. So, if you were required to do a third project this semester, what topic would you choose and why? Another sports topic because it interests us. So, if we were to do another podcast, which it may come next week, every Tuesdays, you never know. Yeah, it'd probably be sports because we just yap for 15 minutes easily. So, what thought-provoking question can lead to an engaging class discussion about your project? How do you answer your own question? So, how has NIL shaped the college football landscape? Players are more likely to put money over the team they're playing for and demand money for their own talents. I really think people can talk about this because it's bigger than football now because it's money. I mean, it's changing the game that people who aren't interested in college football can still talk about it because it's about money, and it's how money is changing the world. So yeah, and that would be it. We gotta go. This lady's got this room scheduled, so I had a great time.
It was an honor being invited on here today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate Jerry for coming on. We might do this next week. You never know.
Tune in.
Tune in. We'll think of a name, but for now,
Go Vols.
go Vols.